Hello everyone, welcome again. So today we will start with the topic of system design, which contains like scaling. So today's topic is horizontal scaling and what is vertical scaling. So before that, we have to know first what is scaling. So scaling is the process of increasing or decreasing the capacity of a system by changing the number of processes available to service requests. Lot of words right. So to understand it correctly, suppose you have a water supply business. So you used to supply water for 3 or 4 houses and you were managing it well. So now what happened, more number of orders are coming, so people are requesting more, like I also want water from you. So then you can't manage it single-handedly, right? So you have to apply some new thought process and you have to hire few other persons to manage these things. So what you are doing, as your customers are increasing, you are hiring more people and managing this business. Means you are scaling up your business. Same thing you can take example of restaurant business. So maybe you have like 2 to 3 tables and you are serving 10 to 12 people at a time in your restaurant, and you have like two people who are managing these things. Now what happened, that more number of people are coming, more customers are coming, they love your food. So that time you have to increase the space, area of seating arrangement, and then you have to hire number of people so who can serve them well. So this is all about like scaling. Now we will talk about what is this term horizontal scaling or vertical scaling means. Suppose you are in a movie theater and only one counter is as of now open and people are gathering in front of it to book their tickets. So as you can see, almost 9 people are here and only one counter is open. So it is very hard for one guy to manage this load, right? So to make this process faster or to reduce some load from this guy, what they can do is they can open another counter. Then what will happen? Some people can shift from that first line to the second line. Then also if the load is not manageable, they can open another counter and few people can come to this line. So what we are doing is we are opening more counter to manage this load. So this kind of scaling is called horizontal scaling. So we are horizontally adding more and more resources to manage this problem. So now think about another scenario here. So previously what we did, when the load was more, we just increased the number of counters, means we opened new counters and we are managing the load. But think about, like, we don't have much resources here. So we can't open like more number of counters here. So that case, how we can manage? So suppose only one counter is open now and people are standing in front of the counter. Then after some time, if it is a railway ticket system or something, you can often see people are talking like, uh, this guy, counter guy is very slow, right? Or the counter guy don't know how to type fast, or maybe he is not computer or tech savvy. Okay, so that time what we can do is we can replace this guy with a efficient guy, or we can maybe like who is new actually, who has more experience and who can type faster, who know the stations code very well. Okay, so that time we can replace that guy with a like more efficient guy. So this kind of like scaling is called vertical scaling. Now we will see how this scaling is helping us. So suppose we have a site called xyz.com and it is hosted in a machine called machine 1, and we have few users who are accessing this site. Okay, so now if the users are keep on increasing, then there is good amount of load in this machine 1 to handle this many users. So that time what it can do is we can add more number of RAM, CPU or memory to this machine and somehow manage this load. Means we can increase the computing capacity of this machine. So that time what we are doing is vertically we are scaling this machine. So this is known as vertical scaling. But after some time, if more number of users are coming, then we can't increase this machine up to some level, right? So we have to add another machine and we can share this user's load between these two machines, because same site is hosted in this machine also. So after that, if more number of users are coming, then we can launch another machine, machine 3, where also the same code is deployed. And like that way, we can add another machine if the users are more. So Here you can see that when the machines 1 capacity or the computational power increase, the same machines, that is known as vertically scaling. And when actually we added more number of machines to share this load, that is called horizontal scaling. So now both this process has some like advantage disadvantage, which we will talk next. So now if we talk about like the advantage or disadvantages of horizontal or vertical scaling, so we have a few points here. So we can't say like which one is good or which one is bad. So we need both actually. So like for horizontal scaling, you can say like it is easy to size or resize as per load, right? Because when the users are more, you need more machines. When the users are less, you need less number of machines. So that way, whatever is your user load, according to that you can manage. Okay, so next thing is high availability or resilience. So because if one machine is down, so then another machine can take control of the part, right? So if one machine is down, then the users can be redirected to the other machines and the system will be going on. Okay, but in case of like vertical scaling, if the single machine is there, so if it is going down, that means your site will be down, right? Then horizontal scaling is microservice friendly, we can say, right? Because if your application you have distributed in so many services, so as per the load you can scale up the services, right? If some of the modules are using more, so that particular microservice you can scale more, right? So for vertical scaling, one advantage is it is easy to manage. Why it is saying something like this? Because if you have multiple number of machines or node, then data consistency between these things is a challenge, right? So because database operation for something is maybe atomic, so you have to log other things, then you have to manage these things, and so that advantage you have here in for vertical scaling, because only one machine is there, so that problem will not occur. And obviously as the number of machines is less, the power consumption will also be less. So many others advantage or disadvantage are also there. And it is not about only a machine. So if you are going to this like containerization world where Docker is present, then inside Kubernetes how the Docker containers are orchestrated, and how the containers you have to increase or decrease according to your load, that is also actually the same concept of horizontal scaling. Okay, so that's all about like vertical or horizontal scaling. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.